following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Robert in New Jersey. Hey, Robert, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. A great show. I've been listening to you for years. You got a great thing. I've been listening to you for over a decade. That's amazing. You've done a great job.
I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Hope is a renewable option. If you run out of it at the end of the day, you get to start over again in the morning. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials flat, Nasdaq's down 23, S&Ps are off 3, gold contract up $4, trading at $1,176 an ounce. Silver up 4 cents at $15.88 an ounce. Platinum up 6 at $1,019 an ounce. You got copper flat at $2.36 a pound. Light sweet crude off 34 cents at $45.55 a barrel. Bonds, 10-year down 13.6, 128.17. 30 down 1 point and 7 ticks, 157.05. King dollar down 28 ticks, 94.92. The euro is up 14, trading at 113, and the yen is at 119.91. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Okay, so check it out. In the SPY right now, the SPY, folks, has got to a price point today of 203.84. Your benchmark is 202.89. Right now, we're trading at 203.10. Bottom line, if you close over that 202.89, the market can still make a run up to the top of ICE, which is 208, which is quite a move, by the way. Thus far, what we have out here, and we're going to have it once again, which is pretty wild, is that yesterday had volume of 76 million. Friday we had 114. The benchmark is 276. And we're not even talking about what you're going against, because you're going against the downdraft, which had 346. So the real key is going to be, do we close under this 202.89 or not? Bottom line, the juice is not there. The price still continues to hang there. Volatility, we have some nice volatility out here today. Small range, but nice volatility. The Qs, the NDX 100. What do we have with the NDX 100? We have done 17 million shares thus far. Yesterday we did 27 million. Friday you did 38 million. The Qs look that they got to a price point today of 108.78. They're going to... Any close under 108.72 is the failure. Now, the Qs look like they're going to fail. Why? Because, well, what you had intraday, Micron took it south pretty quick. Well, there's a couple of different things that hit the Qs. If we go over to Micron first, what happened intraday on Micron is this, is that you had Intel come out at about noontime saying that they are going to build a monster plant in China, $5.5 billion plant, and that just took Micron south and ASAP. Micron just went from a price point of $19.05 to $16.78. Volumes expanding on the way down. Bottom line, that's one of the culprits inside the NDX 100. If we look at the strength versus the weakness inside the NDX, what you have out here right now is this. The weakness is Micron. Micron is down 240 at 1677. Tesla is off $18.83 at 209. Western Digital is down 550 at 74.98. And Vertex Pharmaceutical is down $4 at 111. The strength inside the NDX 100, Monster.com is up $7 at 139. You have SanDisk up 339. Lam Research is up 243 at 70. And you have Mattel up 57, trading at 2371. Inside the Dow Industrials, it's amazing actually that the Dow is actually in a positive area, folks, with the way IBM is trading. IBM is down $8.36. If we look IBM's a monster ABC down. When you see this, man, this is really a trip, man. So Big Blue, you know, just as Walmart has been projecting for a long period of time that it wants lower price, Big Blue today gapped lower. We have two separate high-volume swing areas. The high-volume swing area from August 25th is 140.62. We had 7 million shares traded there. We've got to 140.27. We already have 12 million. The second one was the test of that high-volume swing area, which was on October 2nd. That was 140.56. That had 3 million. Bottom line, this looks like a monster ABC structure on the way down. Your A point on this, yes, she is. Your A point on this would be 166. Where I'm going with the 166, folks, I'm not going to the top of the swing because gaps act as swings. And what IBM had done is that on the 7th, on the 20th of July, it was at 173. Then it gapped lower into the 166. So I'm taking 166. You got 166 as your A. Your B point is the 140, which is 26 bucks. Your C point is the 153. So what are we dealing with? You're talking about a 125. Big number, no doubt about that. After the close out here today, we're going to get a bunch of numbers coming out, and we'll see where that shakes out. Hog, H-O-G, that's another one. I guess we're not buying any more Harleys. Bottom line is that is also getting taken apart. That's a monster ABC down also. Hog is down 7 bucks. That was going after its swing low from the August 24th area, 5.3 million. Blew it away with 27 million shares. Lower prices coming at us. That's how this thing is shaking out. When we go take a look at the gold contract, what do we have with gold? Okay, there she is. Gold contract right now is up 390. What we've done here is we did 113,000 contracts thus far. Now, you have a high volume swing high on the 15th. That's 1191. I suspect we're going to go for that. You know, we'll see whether there's going to be an ABC structure on the way up that is going to not only go after the 1234 from the August 18th area, but it very well could take it out. What is intriguing inside the gold market and the silver market right now is actually it was one of the silver stocks that actually made it up to the May swing high first. So you're gonna pay attention to that because the silver market is a psycho market. There's no doubt about that. That moves around at 4 to 5% at a time. But the way that is trading out is that saying, hey, silver is going to basically lug gold on the way up. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials are up 8. Nasdaq's down 20. S&Ps are off 2.5. We're going to be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow down 2, Nasdaq's off 25, S&P's are down 3.5. And as we do each and every Tuesday at 20 past the first hour, we have our man, Mr. Basil Chapman. Don't forget, folks, Basil's got a great program right here every trading day, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. You can get it right on your cell phone. In fact, all the programming at TFNN you get in your cell phone. TFNN.mobi, folks. That gets you the full audio. If you want to get Tiger TV, just go to TFNN.com. On the right-hand side, you'll see the little box that says Watch Tiger TV. Check that out. You get the audio plus the visual. Basil also has a great newsletter. The opening call, you can test drive it right here. 30 days, absolutely free. Go to newsletters, go to trading newsletters, you see the opening call right there. Basil Chapman, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing great. Yourself?
Very well, thank you.
So do you have a nice fall coming in up in New England?
Yes, you know, it got really cold, very unusually cold the last couple of days, but it's warming up. Today's good, and we'll see what happens because the leaves, I was actually up in Toronto over the weekend, and they've already got changing leaves. It's
yeah, they're like bumming out. It's coming into the winter up there. I saw a couple of pictures. I know the end of fall is already there, right?
Yeah. That's right. So we'll be coming soon, but it's always you know I love it when it's April because I've got the rest of the spring and summer to come.
So what do you think? What season are we in the market?
So this is very interesting because if you could look at any one of a dozen indicators and you could have a real mixed picture. But the Dow right now is showing something very clearly. If you're looking at this chart, this is what I showed my opening call subscribers this morning.
Okay.
I said basically, well, over the weekend, I sent out a lot of charts, and what I was looking at was fairly limited upside. And ironically enough, it looks, because the MACD, see the MACD here, the green line is way above the red line.
Yeah.
That's a good sign. And the histogram, the little vertical lines, they're all very positive. And the stochastic's still in the 96% area. So that's suggesting to me that while we could get sudden dips. Now, look, this is very interesting. Well, the 15th or 16th day from the 29th of September when the Dow made its low at 15,942. Look what's happened. We've only got this one very strong down candle. All the rest have either been these little doji, like today, just a very narrow close. Well, we haven't closed, but a narrow candle, or else we'd be moving higher. But then all of a sudden, from the 17,113 level, that was peak D, that little doji there, we suddenly started to stall. And that 200-period moving average, this little coral-colored line right there that I've just dotted, that line is showing that there's a lot of resistance in the 17,280 level.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, right.
Isn't that interesting? And
well,
you can see
going up 200. Yep. Okay, cool.
And look, if I go back, you can see that 200-period moving average before was support, then it became resistance, and we haven't even been close since we broke down back at the 3rd of August, back to that line. So what happens with this? What happens with this particular line is that as the price gets closer, either going up or closer coming down, so it becomes more of a magnet. That magnet is corresponding to two things. One is, as I say, the strong stochastic and the strong MACD. And to me, that is important. But it's also saying, now this is going to be, now I'll show you something else. I'm going to this chart right here. Here's General Motors. Why would General Motors be going from the 2462 low back on the 24th of August all the way to today's high of 33.6? I should mention that we are long in my opening call, long General Motors. But why would it be that, what would take, see, this is the question I constantly have. And, I would say that to have a bear phase, it doesn't matter whether it's a daily or a weekly, but to have a bear phase, you need three things. You need bad news, and that bad news has to keep coming at you all the time, and that keeps pushing the market down. You've got to have a high VIX index. That means that the selling pressure is starting to increase. And the third thing is you've got to have price movement. In other words, you can't just have these things without the relative price movement. So if you've got something like a General Motors acting well, these are heavy cyclical stocks. General Electric just making a potential peak F. I'm looking at this and I'm saying, that little pattern that I call the Chapman wave stalk leg formation, you get the leg up, then you get the sideways movement and the body, and then you spike to the upside. If I have a moment, I'll just show you. We had that today. I showed it to subscribers this morning, that we had it in the ES15, the 120-minute chart. Went very sharply high, went sideways, and sideways was quite a while, from the 16th, actually the 15th, all the way through to today. Then it popped up for that head, and now it's pulled back. So let me go back to the chart. I'm looking at this and I'm saying, are there enough stocks just to keep the market going a little higher? Yeah, I'll show you the General Electric pattern again. Go sideways, pop to the upside, and then possibly pull back to the body. So does that mean to say that the real test for the Dow, there we go, is the sideways little move that we've had, and there's going to be one little pop to the upside, and then we come back down. Everything I'm looking at here says the upside is limited, but the real issue is, what's the downside? Look, IBM down 8 points. The Dow should have been much weaker than it is right now.
Yeah, no doubt. I can see the GE deal, but the GM deal, GM was down 50% from its high.
Yes.
It's still down 25%.
And it's still down, but it's acting very well as a cyclical stock in this environment. And Ford is acting quite well, and CFAU, that's the Fiat Chrysler stock is also acting quite well. So I'm looking at this and I'm saying mixed market. We've spoken for almost all year about the IB being vulnerable. I'm looking at the healthcare. I'm looking at the health insurance stocks. So the sectors are starting to deteriorate. And the one thing I've started to look at for subscribers is we're looking at the auto spare parts. It's also a little bit of a mixed picture. But as soon as we start to see them deteriorate with the restaurant area, then we're looking at the final piece of the puzzle that says, okay, now the weekly chart in the Dow can start moving towards the downside. But as long as you've got a UTX, which, can you believe it? They're horrible results. They buy back their stock and it's up $3 today. So that's the mixed market that we've got. So if the bias is to constantly see surprises that actually result in a higher move, I'm saying sideways congestion period that we're in this week. I expect it to be most of the week until the Dow decisively breaks into the 16,900s. I think it's sideways, and I'm just keeping it as simple as possible because we're at resistance, and you never know which stock can actually push you above that resistance.
Yeah, no doubt. No, I get that just there. I can see that, right? Particularly, as you just said, you can see that in the Dow today. Because the Dow, IBM, folks, is the second largest weighting inside the Dow. It's 5.7%.
But the funny thing is, look, the S&P is just right on the 200-period moving average, and there might be an alternative. Now, that's the other thing. The move that we've had from the low of the 29th, everything about it in the technicals with a stochastic at 97% in the S&P, and the MACD is still strong, indicated to me, and one of the reasons why I only wanted to go short one of the indexes if certain support levels broke today or tomorrow, is because this has all the characteristics, even though I've called it leg E, it really is an alternate count of E/B because, look, this has been green all the way. There have been a couple of reds, but in fact, it's pushing higher with the good technicals. So my bias now is to keep looking at the longs, and we're adding shorts in specific sectors that I think are weakening.
And listen, folks, you can come over to our website, test drive his newsletter right here, right now. Go to newsletters, trading newsletters, the opening call. Basil, you have a great one, safe one, and we look for the show tomorrow.
Thank you, Tom. Same to you.
Coming right back, folks. Stay right there.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow right now is up 8. NASDAQ is down 18. S&Ps are off $1.50. If we go over and we take a look at Ranggold Resources, folks, Ranggold got some nice juice on it today. You're up 249. You got 780,000 shares. Now, this is where this is going to get interesting because these gold equities, folks, and the silver equities look like they're potential ABC structures on the way up. It looks that Ranggold is not going to go after its B point today, but it gets about as good as you can get, meaning that when you go after a swing point, you have an expansion with volume, which it's close, you know, but we're getting there, and you stop before the swing, it's a sweet deal because the swing is 70.96. Now, I certainly don't want to see it hit it today because we need 1 million shares, and there's no way it's going to get 1 million. You stop here, though, Rango tomorrow can basically take this baby out, and if that's what we have, that next run will be that 78, 90 area. I had mentioned a little bit earlier that one of the equities made it, and it was Great Panther that made it. So if you take a look at Great Panther, this is really intriguing. So the swing high of May 18th was 62 cents, 381,000. Well, we made the 100% move of the move, but we hit it with 789,000. That's how you're supposed to hit a swing. The 100% move of a move, you backed off. We backed off with 700,000, and now what you're doing, which is so sweet, we got under that low today. We got 297,000. That will build some cause now to get up into this area once again and try to go for it once again. So it's going to be intriguing, and that to me was the heads up that we got to really watch silver, because what you have with silver is that, you know, silver got trashed in a huge way. On the 26th of August, silver gets down to $13.95. It goes south like big time. You know, in 3 days, percentage-wise, you went from $15.77 to $13.95. Well, this market is so wild that it came back inside just as heavy. In fact, one of the largest days it ever had was October 2nd. October 2nd, we ran from 1436 to 1530, you know, 70,000 contracts. And then what's sticking out, just as in the gold market has this also, is October 14th. That is one beauty, man. And that is saying that silver also is going to run into this 1785. In fact, the ABC structure, I believe, is 1782, where the swing point's 1785. When you start putting those together, it looks to me that we're going to have the juice. Now, the wild card, if we go over to the dollar index, so check this out. This is so cool what the dollar's done today. This morning when I was you know, I see the dollar as a potential ABC structure on the way down. And what we had going on this morning was a bummer for that. Why? Because the dollar was going lower. It had lighter volume. Well, guess what? Now what you have is that the dollar actually is pushing into the highs of yesterday, and you still have light volume. That is saying you get a potential ABC structure on the way down. We've come down with volume from 96.80, which is on September 25th. You come down to 93.83 with volume. This is the third day up with light volume. Now, if in fact that's an ABC structure on the way down, we blow that number away at the B point at 93.86, that's going to take apart the high volume swing low at 92.85. So it's going to be wild watching this whole thing shake out as to what is going to put some heavy pressure on that dollar. Let's go over to the IBM for a second, because IBM, folks, you know, no doubt today the Dow is held. The reason that the Dow is held is that you have other weighting structures inside the Dow that are holding it up. United Technologies bottom line is a dog, though. United Technologies is up $3.85. Well, United Technologies has come down from 124. You know, it hit 85. You're still at 95. It's still down, what, 27%. That little baby, to me, is setting up an ABC down. And what that's all about is that they didn't make their numbers. They're going to buy back the stock. Big deal. What happens with all these companies is that they blow their brains out on buying back stock to try to keep it up for the aspect of their executives as they're cashing in options. So to go back to IBM for a second, this is what you have. The B point on IBM is this 140.62. We'll see whether we close underneath it. Right now, it's at 140.85. We've hit 140.27. It has the juice, the volume, you know, to basically say I'm probably going to jump the creek tomorrow. We'll see whether we get this thing done out here today. It's a big number, though. We go back over to Walmart. Bottom line, Walmart can't hold higher price. Amazon has some movement out here today. You're back $12. Nothing heavy, though. That's you're at 561. Volume's not that bad. You're dealing with 3.7 million. The IBB, different ballgame. IBB, we're down with 2.7 million shares traded, and in order to get to the lower price, the IBB will need more volume. The last swing low out here at 285 had 11 million shares. What you do get, however, out of the IBB today is this. The high of the low is 308. We're at 306.79. Once you get into that bar again, your probability goes higher. That's going to suck it right down into it. And, of course, the IBB is a index that loves to trade in big numbers. Now, Apple. Let's go to Apple. This one's going to be really intriguing. This is why. Apple has gone over the downdraft from the 29th of September. The top of that downdraft is 113.51. 73 million shares. Apple folks should have been able to take this apart like nothing, okay? On the morning show here, okay, we were talking with Mark from Fort Collins. Apple, we thought number one was going to go into the 114 area, hit the 114.17, no problem. Because intraday, it was taking out a swing, had the juice behind it. Bottom line, that should have been able to sustain and get way over the the 73 million. So now the key is going to be, can Apple hold the price? And we'll see. When you take a look at Apple, it's pretty amazing because the surge up was all there. The surge up, however, stopped at 10:20 this morning when it hit the 113.63. After that, when it actually hit the 114.17, it only stayed there for 20 minutes. First hit 114.08, closed on that bar at 114.03, then hit it once again and closed at 113.82. So that is important to pay attention to because Apple, because of the weighting structure, is and will move the NDX 100, the S&P, and the Dow. All three of those indices have a big weighting with Apple. Some of the other Dow stocks out here. You got Honeywell up $1.20. We got Marvell up 15. Coke's up 30. Oxy's down 17. You get 3M up $1.11. Merck is down $1.05. Procter & Gamble's off 65. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow is flat. NASDAQ down 22. S&Ps are off 3. We're going to be right back.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 3. You get the NASDAQ off 23. S&Ps are off 3. And percentage-wise, what you have out here, the NASDAQ's the one that's getting hit. The rest of them are really flat. NASDAQ is down 0.5%. We'll see where that shakes out after the close. What we will get, not that it's a big mover, Yahoo is going to be coming out after the close. Let's go pull up Yahoo right now and see what she's looking at. So Yahoo right now is down 57 cents, trading at $32.92. And this looks like it's going to be a slight problem. What you do have fundamentally is that I believe the number is 14 executives, top executives this is too, have left Yahoo, and these are folks that Marissa Mayer had brought on. That's a big number, folks, okay? Yahoo, right now is at the 32 number. When we take a look at this, where it's been, well, when she definitely got juice inside the stock. She's been getting hammered since she's got there, but this was a $15 stock. It got up to 51. You get the Alibaba deal in it. Bottom line is that now you're back to 32. And what has happened here is that you have, this thing can go to 29, 22 in a heartbeat. It came off this lows with a little juice, which is nice. But bottom line is that this looks to me like, from the last 6 months, we went from 44 down to 27, and you're coming kind of right up to the first place with ICE is. And you've come up to that area with dramatically lighter volume. So, these tech companies, man, they got to move fast and furious. What has happened, I would say, inside all the space, the space I'm talking about is computer space, is that, everything's on the phones, folks. Everything is mobile. That's how that's set up. Now, I've never used Yahoo on my phone yet. I'm sure they have some apps. But bottom line is that I've used it all the time, on the computer. But guess what? I don't do that anymore. If you haven't ever test drove the Thinkorswim platform, folks, check it out. It's a phenomenal platform. And the reason I just brought this up is that their app on your phone is incredible. I mean, it just is, it's unbelievable, the clarity inside it. In fact, if you want to watch Tiger TV, that clarity is amazing too. But the app, the Thinkorswim app, the trading app on the phone is incredible. There's just everything is concise. It's there. The charts are clear. Your portfolio's there. The buys, sells, the stops, all of the above. They did an amazing job on that. And, I've used Thinkorswim for years. I really only started using it on the phone about 5 months ago. And now it's not that that's all I use, but it is that good that, especially, you know, the futures trade just about all night, folks. So it's really nice that, you know, you just kind of click your phone, hit it, and you know what's going on. 877-927-6648. If we go over and we take a look at the E-minis versus the NDX, what you're going to see out here, and the NDX was showing it this morning. The NDX was weak this morning. You know, the Micron deal come out of nowhere. That put a kibosh on the NDX in about a heartbeat. Not that it come out of nowhere, but Intel, you know, bottom line is that they're going out, they're opening going to build a $5 billion chip plant in China. That all, but, you know, there was probably plenty of rumors that Intel wanted to buy Micron or give Micron. I believe Intel gives Micron business. That's what I believe it does. Well, needless to say, Micron has gone south, down $2 with monster volume. If we take a look at the E-minis, you're going to see that the spike on the E-minis, and this is when I was on this morning, I was talking about this, about how markets like to spike. The way the spikes that happen at highs of the market, folks, okay, kind of give you an identification that your probability that we may be at the high. And what it is, they spike, they pull, they spike, they spike, they spike, and then all of a sudden it's done. It's over. The rug gets pulled out. And, you know, there's no doubt, you know, well, that's what we had on the S&Ps this morning. If we take a look at the NASDAQ NDX 100, what you have with the NDX 100, that has been, bottom line, saying it was weaker. What we had with the NDX 100 is that we're at 4426 right now. Well, the first leg down at 4433 had high volume this morning. You know, that was, you know, after we spiked right at 9:30. That was a high volume spike low. You know, we were topside with 4,400 contracts. We were downtown at 11,000. Bottom line, what does it do? It comes downtown, takes that out with 8,900. You know, and the counter trend bounce that we just went through, what that did, this is what's really wild, man, when this happens. So what it did, so check out what it did. It comes right up to the 4433, where that first sell down happened. So that was 11,000. The 44, this is crazy. So 4434.50 is what we just did the counter trend bounce at 11:30. You want to wrap your head around this, particularly if you're, well, even if you don't trade intraday, because what happens, all these markets, folks, they work the same whether it's on a daily, a weekly, a monthly, a 10-minute, a 30-minute, an hour. It doesn't matter. If you have a robust system, bottom line will work up or down. You want to take a look at this so you can see how these markets like to trade and what true resistance and support is about. That resistance there, technically, I can show you what it is. Fundamentally, guess what that is? That's another operator in the market, not me and you. That's an operator in the market saying, I'm selling at this point, boom. And they sell into it, and they sell into it a big way. So that's what you're looking at out here. It's going to be intriguing here to see, you know, the NASDAQ look like it's going to give it up. The SPY's the big number as we are coming into this close out here. So you got, let's see, yeah, we still got plenty of time. It's 11 minutes. That's a long time in this market because the number is that 89, 202.89. And right now, you're 5 pennies above it. You got to love it. I'm telling you, man. When markets are like this, the subtlety is just amazing, you know. And what you'll see is that technically, and I have no clue how this works, but technically, folks, okay, the bulls and bears are fighting over this number right now. I mean, in a big way, too. And 1 penny means something at $202.89. Think about that for a second. I've thought about this for so many years, man. I can't not figure out how you can get to a large number like that. And, in fact, there can be a battle, and that battle line is drawn out. But that's how it works, you know. So we'll see who's going to win this baby out today. The volume's not going to be there, but as I said at the beginning of the program, guess what? You close over that, and then it has another shot to get up to ice. Because see, but yeah, ice is a lot further up. That's what it comes down to. So this is going to be an intriguing close. You close under that because what has already happened is this, and I suspect that the Qs aren't going to be able to make it. The Qs have failed. You know, the Qs got to 108.78 or 108.06. The Qs are not going to run 65, 75 cents in the next 5 minutes. You know, well, they get 10 minutes. They're not going to do that either. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow right now is down 16. Nasdaq's off 28. S&Ps are down 5. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. And, if you take a look at the VRX, folks, a Valiant Pharmaceutical, that is a monster ABC down. I mean, it's a big one. A point is a 245. Your B is 152. You're talking about $93. Your C is 180. You're talking about 90. Oh, my God, man. 90, you're talking about a 95 price point. And, yeah, the last time we had any volume on this was 137 to 121. This is a monster. It's over for Valiant. Well, it's not over, but what is over is the pricing aspect of just buying companies, pricing up the product. Bottom line is that, they no doubt got some VRX. That was pretty good, Z. I didn't even see that up there because what had happened, I was moving up. But anyway, let's put this on a monthly for a second. What you're going to see, monster volume off the top. Always dangerous, man. When you have volume off the top, folks, get out of the way. So Valiant had made a high on a monthly with 41 million shares. That high was 263. First month, we come down with 89 million. We're we're not even finished the second month, and we're at 102 million. The next stop is 137 to 115, but it's an ABC structure down. Oh, look at that. That's where it's going. 55 bucks. 55 bucks. Unreal. This is a big number, man. Big number. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. As we come into the close out here today, it's going to be pretty cool after the close, folks, because we're going to continue to have some nice volatility out here. After the close, you got Chipotle coming out with numbers, Cree, Illumina, Intuitive Surgical. That's always a stock that likes to go up or down, $15, $20. Packaging Corporation of America, VMware. Now, that's going to be interesting because VMware is part of EMC. In that Michael Dell's going after the EMC with pushing out a secondary trailing stock, well, a following stock as VMware and Yahoo. Let's go over to CMG. Let's just look at this for a second, see where Chipotle is laying out. Oh, look at this. Chipotle's going to give it up. Oh, man, it's going to be interesting watching this. So right now, CMG is down $10. Now, you're down $10, folks. You're down with 1 million shares. You're going after a swing point that only had 484,000. And it's been doing it all day long. So it looks like it wants to run into 685, which that's 20 bucks on Chipotle. That's nothing. That's pretty intense, man. CREE. Let's see where Cree is laying out here. Cree right now, that's still in the consolidation at lows. ISRG, this stock is wild, man. So Intuitive Surgical has just gone from 565 down to 448. Well, that thing, this is going to be interesting. So it has a lot of support. What's happening is that when it went up in July, that's where that support lies at 483. We'll see if it can still hang there. Has some juice there, no doubt. VMware. This equity got killed when Michael Dell comes out and saying that he's going to buy EMC. This is still an ABC structure on the way down. The 8 point on this is 103. The B's 73. Big numbers. 92. That's a $62 stock. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming back with some numbers for you. Dow Industrials right now are down 8. NASDAQ is off 25. S&Ps are down 4. We're going to be right back, folks.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Sam in Irvine, California. Hey, Sam, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you?
Doing great. You having a good day out there?
I am having a great day. Thank you very much. I want to preface by saying that I'm so grateful to you and TFNN for you to assemble such a great people, such a team to help the small investors like myself.
Well, we appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us, Sam. Thank you so much.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. It is better to believe than disbelieve. In doing so, you bring everything to the realm of possibility. Albert Einstein. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here, folks. Dow down 13, NASDAQ off 24, S&P's down 4.5. Gold contract up $3.50, trading at $1,176 an ounce. Silver up 6 cents at $15.90 an ounce. Platinum up 6 at $1,019 an ounce. Light sweet crude down 34 cents, $45.55 a barrel. Bonds, 10-year, down 14 ticks, 127.17. 30 is off 1 point, 4 ticks, 157.08. Both the 10 and the 30 continue to go lower with light volume, folks. What does that set up? That sets up higher price, lower yield. They will both want to go after their highs. King dollar. King dollar down 33 ticks, 94.92. The euro up 13 at 113, and the yen 119.87. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Okay, so if we look at the SPY, folks, what you're going to see, this thing has been teetering all day long. Bottom line, still closed over its benchmark. Benchmark we're talking about is the October 17th level. That October 17th level, September 17th rather, is 202.89. We're at 203.09. Bottom line, no juice behind the move. If we take a look, so your benchmark has 276 million shares. That 276 is going into 346. Last 3 days, we go like this. Friday, you had 114 million. Yesterday, 76 million. Today, 73. Bottom line, didn't feel on price yet. I suspect, we'll see if it will even after the closeout here. NDX 100. Now, the NDX 100 failed. The 3 Qs got to the high of the 17th. The high we're talking about there on September 17th is 108.72. We go to 108.78. We close under it, 108.18. Now, same setup. That high that we're talking about, the benchmark, has 56 million shares. That 56 million was going into August 21st, which had 97. On Friday, we did 27 million in the Qs. Yesterday, we did 23. Today, we did 22. That's a failure. After the close out here, right now, we're going to have a lot of numbers coming out. Yahoo just come out. Yahoo closed at 32.83, trading 32.83. Bottom line, it's been jumping around, but bottom line, that's where it is trading right at this particular point. The estimate was 16 cents. They made 15 cents. That is the bottom line estimate. So we'll see where that does shake out. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Gold contract right now, folks. Gold's trading out at 1176.50. Bottom line, gold looks at it, number one, when we go back and look at the 15th is a nice high volume spike when we got to 1191. We're back down with lighter volume. What it did out here today is it rejected lower price, had lighter volume, was going against 200,000 contracts. We did 115,000. Here, looks to me like we're going to go after this 1191.70. And if we take that baby out with volume, what that sets up, folks, that is going to set up ABC structure on the way up. Now, that ABC, if in fact you take that out with volume, we will blow away the May 18th high, which is 1234. So you're talking a big number out here, no doubt. Now, let's go over. We got CMG, Chipotle coming out with numbers. CMG is getting hammered after the close out here. This is a psycho stock anyway. Bottom line, you can see it all day long. If you're listening to the last hour when we were on, someone knew something here for sure. Well, not for sure, okay, but the bottom line, this was pushing into the lowest swing point all day long with volume. Chipotle closed at 705. It's trading at 662 right now. And let's see what they're having to say. So their earnings per share is $4.59. Their revenue is up 12%. Same-store sales was up 2.6%. Okay, they were 3 pennies short. They're killing them for 3 pennies short. The estimate was $4.62. They took in, their earnings per share was $4.59. Their revenue, they hit their revenue. Bottom line, you can see what ends up happening just in high flyers in general. The market is not believing, the market could be believing what they're saying, but the bottom line is that they want, the market wants to see a higher price. Now, let's go over to the bond market, because the bond market, folks, just has continued to say it wants higher price, lower yield. We pulled back today, 13 ticks on the 10-year. We've done 989,000 contracts. That's going into 956. That's going into 1.3 million. We have a high volume swing high at 130 with 1.9 million. This still wants higher price. We go to the 30-year. We take a look at the 30-year. What the 30-year has, that pulled back with 195,000 contracts. That 195 is coming into 290 and 227. It's pretty intense. This bond market, just continues to say it wants higher price. We'll see how that shakes out. Now, Big Blue. Let's go take a look at Big Blue. So, Big Blue, folks, closed at 140.64. The swing point is 140.62. This is a monster ABC down. We did 15 million shares versus the swing low, which was a high volume swing low of August 25th. That high volume swing low was 140.62. This is a monster ABC down, and your A point on this is 166. Your B is 140, so you get 26 bucks. That wants to bring it down to 125. I believe when we brought this up before, though, when this is at the high, I think it was $1.10 it wants to run down to. Yeah, there it is right there. So, depending on how long you've been listening, to me here, folks, what is so wild is that when these equities just start making their way down, when they turn, what you want to do is put them on a monthly and find out where the highest volume bar is, and that's where they just get sucked into. In IBM's case, we hit a high of 215.90, 76 million shares, right? Well, what then would end up happening, we come down with 131 million shares, 146 million shares, 93 million shares. Bottom line, get the peanut butter and jelly out. It's toast. We're going to be right back, folks.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome, folks. Nasdaq, Dow closed down 13. S&P's down 2.5. Nasdaq down 24. After the close out here, you had Yahoo out with numbers. Yahoo closed at 32.83. It's trading 32.25. And listen, at 32.25 for what the numbers are, it's doing pretty good because, the numbers here, they only missed the numbers slightly. But they're coming out and they're saying what they're operating are going to be the coming quarter. And, man, they're not even close. EBITDA, they were thinking that the estimate was going to be $278 million. Now they're thinking 160 to 200. So it's pretty amazing that they aren't whacking that baby lower. Now, folks, let's go over to our man, Mr. Andy Hecht, as we do each and every Tuesday at 20 past the first hour. Andy has an outstanding show right here at TFNN every Tuesday, Thursday, right after my show. You can get it right on your cell phone, tfnn.mobi for the audio. You want to get Tiger TV? Go to tfnn.com on your cell. On the right-hand side, you're going to see it just says Watch Tiger TV. Hit it. You're going to be able to get Tiger TV, the audio and the visual. And, of course, you can test drive Andy's newsletter, 30 days, absolutely free. The way you do it, go to TFNN, newsletters, trading newsletters. See the Technimental Commodity Report right there. You can test drive it. Andy Hecht, what's going on?
Welcome back, Tom. How are you?
It's great. And Andy and I were together at the Traders Expo. We were out there growling and prowling, and we do want to thank all those tigers and tigresses that came by. That's always a pleasure.
Absolutely. It was great to have you in town, you and Tommy and everyone else. It's always a pleasure to have you out here.
And Larry.
And thank
we
you.
Had Larry
thank you
out there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I said we had Larry out there, too.
Yeah, Larry was out there. That was great. That was great. And it was great that you took the rain back with you.
Oh, that's, it's amazing, folks, okay? So check this out. The last time we were out there, too, Andy was bringing us the Red Rock, what was it, Red Rock Mountains?
Yeah, Red Rock State Park, Red Rock National Reserve.
You'd never think that something is this beautiful in the middle of the desert, and it is. It's gorgeous. But this time what happened, folks, is that in between Las Vegas and California, right, it just rained, and they hadn't got rain so long that the mudslides were pretty bad, and because there were people at the show that couldn't leave to go home.
Yeah, it was an ugly. There were flash floods, all kinds of things.
Well, Tommy and I saw the pictures the next day. We're getting on the plane. It was amazing, man, because there was a couple people at our booth that said, "Okay, I can't go home because I guess Interstate 5 gets them back to California, right?"
Right.
And
nope, it cleared up though, and now it's all dry. Man, maybe it's a little El Nino, huh?
Yeah, El Nino.
I wanted to talk to you a little bit about this El Nino.
Okay, cool.
And I wrote an article this weekend for Seeking Alpha that I titled "Snakes on the Beach Mean Higher Agricultural Prices." And what I'm talking about there is over the weekend in Oxnard, California, some poisonous snakes that are predominantly found in Asia in warm waters have started washing up on the California beach.
Oh, man.
And that is because of El Nino. And, this is the strongest El Nino since 1997. And that could wreak havoc with some agricultural commodities in the months ahead.
That's crazy.
Right. So we've seen in sugar, I have a sugar chart up here.
Yeah.
So a really nice run up. And, now it's kind of just consolidating a little bit here around the 14-cent level.
Okay.
But still, if you look at the chart, it's the highest level since May. So something we have to keep our eyes on, El Nino weather patterns.
No, I can see that. I mean, there's no doubt that the weather, I suspect, would have the most to do with our crops, right? Yeah.
Absolutely, especially in equatorial climates, places like Brazil, in Asia. You know, Asia, the weather's been horrible. I think in Taiwan recently, it was either in Taiwan or China, it rained something like 5 feet in 12 hours, like these crazy numbers, unheard of kind of weather patterns. And although El Nino could mean a warming pattern in the United States this winter, could also mean a lot more snowstorms. So, it's going to definitely affect markets.
Okay, can you give us, what is El Nino?
Well, it's a warm water in the Pacific that forms off the coast of northern Peru and Ecuador. And then the winds take this warm water and it changes the weather patterns, and it kind of flows through Australia back through the United States. It just goes all over the world. So the El Nino is not the weather itself. It's a system that triggers weather patterns. Odd weather patterns.
Yep.
And it's caused by warm ocean water.
Yeah,
not global warming, but warm ocean waters.
Right. No, because that Gulf Stream for us, that Gulf Stream's a big deal. Well, the Gulf Stream for everyone's a big deal.
Oh, it's a big deal, absolutely.
And if you've never seen what happens, folks, I know, up north you don't recognize it as much because you're in a stream, but down here, when you actually go out, we have to go out like 30, 35 miles to get it. But when you get it, it's amazing because what happens is that you actually can feel it. You see it, you look down, it's just clear water for so far down. It's amazing. And in Florida, what ends up happening, you're going from like 13, 14 feet, 20, 30, 20 miles out. And then all of a sudden, boom, it drops down 100, 200, 300 feet, which, up north, you have 200, 300 feet all the time. So different ball game.
So I'll tell you, all these markets are very interesting levels here. Let's look at gold together for a minute here. And I know you're a committed
We're going to look at it together? Oh,
let's look at it together.
Oh, miracles happen here. Did you hear that, folks? Did you hear that? We're going to look at it together.
It doesn't mean we're going to agree, but we're going to look at it together. How's that? All right. So we got up to 1191.70 on October 15th. And of course, we're having a little bit of a pullback here. I would have loved to have seen gold close today above the 1178.20 level and put in another key reversal. We haven't done that. If you go back to the action on October 2nd, where we made a new low and closed above the previous day's highs and a couple of days' highs, we really followed through from there. We tried to do it again today, but we haven't quite done it. The thing that's concerning me a little bit here, I think gold's at a very critical level. Look, if we can get up above 1191.70, and it has a real potential to run. But we are overbought in terms of the momentum, and that crossed to the downside here. We're flirting with this 200-day moving average. It is a little bit overbought on the RSI, and open interest has risen, which means there are some new longs in that market. So I think it's a critical juncture, not only for gold, but for a lot of other commodities here, Tom. I think for oil, it's a critical juncture. We've come down from 51 bucks to 46 bucks. Just a lot of the raw material markets have been very interesting lately. The one that isn't really responding very well is copper, which, I would have liked to have seen copper move up to the $2.50 range. I like to look at copper, lumber, and oil for signals on the macro global, but we haven't really seen copper respond.
Okay, so let's look at copper, okay? Because this is getting intriguing. I bought a copper stock today, and, the equity looks really great. The real question is that, as you just said, will copper do it? Now, what I like, Andy, is this. So copper folks hit a low of $2.20 a pound on the, $2.20 a pound on the 24th. Now, you see how we traded on the September 8th? That was sweet. That's a nice sign of strength. Come back with lighter volume, dramatically lighter volume, too. Only 38,000 contracts versus 100,000 up. Then we did it again on the 9th. Here, you stay right there. We'll come right back, right? Sure. This is Tom O'Brien, Andy Heck, folks. You stay right there, folks. We're going to come right back. Dow's down 13. Nasdaq closed down 24. S&P's off 7. We're going to be right back. Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
TFNN has just announced a brand new morning lineup that is geared specifically for traders in this volatile traders market. Every morning at 8 a.m., John Logan starts things off with his daily program, The Global Market Pulse. At 9 a.m., Larry Pesavento trades the market during the market open Monday through Friday on Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom O'Brien hosts the Money Masters for the hour, and Basil Chapman hosts his Tiger Technicians Hour at 11 a.m. From 8 a.m. till noon every market day, these traders are with you as they provide up-to-the-second market information so that you can make the most educated and profitable trades possible. The new TFNN morning lineup is happening right now. Tune in to see for yourself what kind of actionable trading discussion they have each morning, Monday through Friday, starting at 8 a.m., live only on Tiger TV at TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We're talking with our man, Mr. Andy Hecht, and we are talking commodities. Specifically right now, we're talking about copper. And don't forget, folks, right after my show, every Tuesday, Thursday, 5 to 6, our man, Mr. Andy Hecht, has a great show. Get it right on your cell phone, TFNN.mobi. So, Andy, looking at this copper deal, right, and it's going to be intriguing, and this actually also will end up going back to like what the gold equities have done, we're doing off the bottom versus gold versus what this copper is doing. You know, I got a copper stock. I put a decent stop in it. But off this bottom, it's looking to me like, this thing wants to try to get to the top of the range again, which is this 247, which would be pretty neat, man.
Well, it's possible. It's certainly possible. The thing with copper, Tom, for me, is copper is just a proxy for China now. And, if a good piece of news comes up, we will go to 250. But if more bad news comes out about China, we probably will go down and check out that 220 again. So it's really kind of in the middle of the range here, looking for direction.
I absolutely, what I just did, folks, is I put up a continuous contract. Copper, in order to really get going, has to get inside 242.35. That's because we're out of that range, folks. We dropped out of that range over a month ago, I think. Yeah, well, a couple months ago.
It was disappointing. I mean, we got up a couple of days ago. We were up there, but we failed yet again. So, and the volumes are low, no question about it. But this market's looking for direction from something. And I this morning I looked through all the other base metal prices, and I see that, for example, aluminum is actually, most commodities have bounced from that miserable third quarter in raw material prices. But aluminum is still down. It's down even more because of increased Chinese production. So it's a tough one here.
Yeah, no, I can see that. You know, as we had talked about, and look at even when I'm looking at U.S. Steel, U.S. Steel's down 67 cents today, folks. And this came off the bottom, but guess what? This is coming back with way too much volume, 9.5 million. Man.
Yeah, it's a little
so
worrying. I know. Like I've been saying, I think this is a year for trading and volatility. It's not a year for investing. And I think that we're going to see some wild volatility ahead. No question about it.
Oh, you can feel it. You can feel it.
Speaking of wild volatility, when we were together last week, we were talking a lot about those meats. Did you see that cattle today?
I did, man.
What a move,
let's pull that baby up, okay?
That cattle was stampeding the last couple of weeks.
So, and we talked about this. Look at that, baby. That's a one-way move. We just went from 129, folks, to 143.50.
Yeah. Global demand.
With some juice. Now, this gets intriguing, too, right? Because, we're not in the barbecue season. That makes the move even basically stronger, probably, right?
Yes. Well, for you and me, we're always in barbecue season.
I know.
But yes. The grilling season traditionally goes from May to September. We're outside of that. But, increasing global demand for beef is certainly, one of the issues here.
Yeah, that's the bigger issue, of course.
Right. It's demographics are the bigger issue here. And look, cattle, which traded between 80 cents and $1 a pound for the longest time, broke out of that. Now we're kind of in a new paradigm here. Even pork prices did well today.
Yeah, hogs went, man.
Hogs went hog wild. I mean,
monster volume too.
That's a big move for hogs. When you're talking about a commodity that costs 66 cents a pound, to move up 2 cents, it's a big day.
And the last swing high here was 68.37, folks. We had 21,000 contracts, and we did 22 today. So it's like, man, you want to go to that high? Pretty wild.
Right, and hogs are in contango, so progressively higher prices, and there's a lot of pork around. There was a big
just look at our government
this year. Yeah. I thought we weren't going to talk politics.
Oh my God.
What about the dollar? I know you're bearish.
And this morning. So, what was happening this morning is that you pulled down to 94.63, and it was like, oh man, you're pulling down with the volume was too light. But what ended up happening is you're actually pushing a swing high again with light volume.
Yeah, so, for the last couple of weeks, the volume's been tiny in the dollar. Either way, on rallies, on dips.
It's a lot. It was a lot higher. I mean, it's small, but when we went down with 36,000 contracts in 33, and we were up on 16. Friday we were up on 20. Yesterday we were up on 19.
Yeah, let's take a look at the euro itself and see if we can glean anything from that contract, because in terms of volume. Because maybe we can see.
Well, what happens? The reason that I like the dollar index is that it's a clean volume. The euro dollar trades, different places, and you can have different volumes on them. Unfortunately.
No, exactly. But the problem with the dollar index is it is a kind of a thin contract in terms of the currencies. I'd love to see the over-the-counter currency numbers. That's where we'd really get some.
No, it is. But I've been using it for so long too. It normally stays pretty consistent. But there's no doubt that's tiny compared to what the currency market is. I think we were wondering before, okay, what is the correlation? Well, the correlation, as to how, in a common sense, you'd think that the dollar would be to the moon, because we know Europe's a mess.
Right.
That being said, bottom line is that just the Chinese alone trying to keep the yuan from crashing, they alone are selling enough dollars, and they have plenty of them, in order to basically keep the yuan from not crashing. Now, check this out. This is a trip. I'm sure you probably saw this last night. What has happened, folks, is this. When the China government said, okay, that they're going to basically push some dollars out to keep the yuan, now what they've done is this, though. Instead of using their currency reserves, which are the highest in the world, what they're doing is they're buying forwards inside the currency market. Now, with that, this is what this does. It gets less transparent, number one, what they're doing. But what has happened, the forwards, I got this on Bloomberg last night, Andy, right? Mm-hmm. The forwards that the Chinese have been buying are the most forwards in 5 years.
Wow.
And what that means is this, is it means that they're still selling dollars in order to keep their yuan up. But what will happen is that they're not using their foreign currency. They're not using the dollars. Now, we all know how that works, folks. They think they're not going to use them. Those, not that that trade has to go south, but most of the time, you know, those derivative trades can blow up beyond belief.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know?
They could cause big, big swings.
Oh.
But, you know, could you imagine where the dollar would be if the Chinese weren't doing this?
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
Unbelievable. I mean, I know. But it is, the volatility here is getting crushed. Let's just see what historical volatility. We're down at 6.48%. Hey, which is another interesting thing I wanted to point out to you. I forgot. If we can go back to gold for a minute.
Yes.
One of the really interesting things about the rally is that on the rally, gold volatility dropped from 18% to 8%. We ticked up a little bit to 10% on the downdraft. And it just goes to show you that in gold, when gold rallies, it's slow and steady and volatility goes down. So when you see volatility going down in gold, that's generally a bullish sign. When you see volatility starting to pick up, it means that gold may be susceptible to the downside. Because gold loves to take the stairs up and the elevator down, just like silver. Same thing in silver.
Oh, man. And, you know, hey, I'm going to just brought up silver. So check this out, Indy. Great Panther. Now, I happen to own this, folks. We own this in the Gold Report, too. Great Panther is the first stock that already got back to the May 18th swing highs, man. And it did it with double the amount of volume. Now,
wow.
That's saying to me that silver probably is going to lead this thing up. And we know silver's psycho, but it's like, okay, man. Okay, brother, listen, we look forward to, you know, I know you're going to need your voice in another 20 minutes, man.
I need it, baby. I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, man. Have a great one.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now, you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. And if you happen to be watching football last night, folks, on ESPN, what they did have is that they had the trailer for the Disney's upcoming Star Wars film, and that's going to be coming out on December 18th. It's pretty wild, too. So when you take a look at this, Walt Disney's upcoming Star Wars film set record sales. They went on sale today, folks. In the UK and the United States, they began selling tickets 2 months before the opening. AMC Entertainment, the second largest cinema, said that it sold out of more than 1,000 shows. So check this out, 1,000 shows. Online seller Fandango smashed its previous record, selling 8 times as many tickets as it did for Hunger Games. The Force Awakens, I believe that's the name of the film. The Fandango traffic surged 7 times its peak level. The Comcast-owned site said in a statement it expects enthusiasm to continue right up until the viewing date, which is December 18th. Disney spent $4 billion for the franchise when they bought it in 2005 from Lucasfilms. A decision now, I'm reading the Bloomberg, that looks pretty good. Movie theaters are adding new shows. U.S. ticketing sites Fandango and Movie Tickets struggled to keep up with demand the first few hours are available. And this is where it really gets into wild deal, folks, that, you had Monday Night Football, ESPN, of course, the Disney company. They had the trailer on, and the trailer is really cool. And this is how the whole thing is shaken out. It's pretty cool. So we go over to, after some of these equities, let's go take a look at Chipotle first. Now, this stock, folks, has been all over the place. Right now, it's only down $5. It had closed at $7.05. Traded down to $6.85. Now it's at $6.99. Numbers, let's go take a look at the numbers. Numbers go like this. Well, yeah, they had made their numbers. That's what was kind of wild about it. They were hammering them anyway. No, they didn't make them. They were off their numbers by 3 pennies. The estimate was $4.62. They made $4.59. The top line estimate, they come in $1.22 billion. All day long, however, in Chipotle, you had someone selling. You were already down. You were down $13. You went from 720 to 705, monster volume. So this is still saying you're going to get out of that 685 again. Oh, you know what's so weird, man? That's crazy. The wild thing about that 685, that's the high volume swing low from the 24th. And if we do take a look at the earnings per share on Chipotle, the earnings per share are not that bad compared to the market. You're talking about 17. Well, no, you're talking about 40. 40. Yeah, 40. 40 to 1. Yeah, that's a big number. That's a big number, no doubt about that. Yahoo, we go back over to Yahoo. We take a look at Yahoo. Yahoo also has been all over the place. Yahoo now is only down 30 cents, 20 cents, 23 cents to be exact. Yahoo closed at $32.83. That's trading at $32.59. Now, Yahoo, bottom line, didn't make its number. More important, though, that doesn't seem the market is paying attention to it. It is saying that, the numbers coming out in the fourth quarter are going to be, like, way lower. You got a EBITDA number of 278 million. Yahoo's saying they're going to do from 160 to 200. Bottom line is that really it's not whacking it either way. We're going to take a look at the, let me see, ILMN, Illumina. Alumina come out with numbers. Alumina closed at 145.10. It's trading at 145. So that baby is flat. Their estimate was 78 cents. They made 80. Their year estimate is going to be at 329 to 331. That's slightly lower than what they had estimated before. So you get a flat market, but this is an equity that already got taken down by $100. Wow. 242. Alumina was out there in July of this year. $100 in August, September, October. $100 in 3 months. That's a hit. If we put this on a weekly basis, wow. Yeah, so in 3 months, alumina gave back till January of 2014. That's pretty intense when we're coming up to January of 2016. It's pretty intense that we're thinking about January 2016 period, right? VMware. Let's go take a look at VMW. VMware closed at 68.76. That's trading at 68.30. No big deal there. Numbers go like this. The revenue is $1.67 billion. The estimate was 1.66, and they came in at 1.67. So their revenue did come in higher by what's that? $100,000. We take a look at Cree. Cree manufactures LEDs. So that closed at $24.91. That's trading at $25.25. Their margin's 31%. The estimate was 20 cents. They come in with 21 cents. So your big numbers out here, have to do with CMG. We'll see, how CMG can hold the market tomorrow morning. CMG is down $10. I expect that's going to be all over the place, though. It was just at $6.99. Now it's at $6.95. That is pretty wild. ISRG. Let's say Intuitive Surgical. That closed at. Oh, there we go. That closed at $4.73. This is trading up $35 at $5.10. And Intuitive Surgical, they made $4.40. The revenue, the estimate was $580 million. They made $589. So they made $9 million more on the top line. We take a look at this. 511. We're at 473. You're down from 564. That's a good bounce. This stock is unbelievable, folks. I mean, it really is. When you take a look at the stock, so watch this. If you put this back, oh my God, I put this back 5 years, and what you're going to see, 4 years ago is at 594. That was in April of 2012. Then it goes down to 357. Goes back up to 559. Just comes back down to 448. It takes, you better know what's going on to stay in that stock, man. That is like some heavy heat on a continual basis. You stay right there, folks. We're going to come right back. Dow Industrials closed down 13. NASDAQ was off 24. S&Ps were off 7.5. The S&Ps, they hit those S&Ps at the end of the day because the S&Ps, they were only down like $3. So they hit those babies coming right into the close of the futures market, not necessarily the equity market. We're going to be right back, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date active trading information that will help help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now.
Join Andy Hecht as he shows you how to make money in commodities. The Commodities Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. And if we go overseas and take a look at where we stood last night overseas, because we're going to have Asia opening in about 3 or 4 hours. We go to Shanghai first, folks. We take a look at Shanghai. Shanghai was up $38 last night. Now, this is going to get really... Okay, so we're at 34.25, and you know, Shanghai came off as low with some volume. You know, on the 12th, we went from 31.88 to 33, and we had the volume. Now, last night, it wasn't bad either. This is saying that Shanghai is going to try to get higher tonight. If we get volume again, man, this would be saying that you're going to get a heck of a bounce at Shanghai. Well, that could totally make sense. The real key is going to be, you know, are you coming off that low? You know, because Shanghai was on a one-way route. You know, we went from 5,100 to 2,800. That's an insane route. But right now, you know, Shanghai can bounce to 36. Yeah, 36.29 is going to be the first number. It's going to have a hard time getting through. That would be just a dead cat bounce. That's all it would be at this particular case. We go to the Nikkei in Japan. We take a look at the Nikkei. Nikkei right now is at 18,207. Pull this back a bit. No, this is so the Nikkei. Yeah, the Nikkei wants lower price. You know, the Nikkei was a one-way route on the way up. Really sweet run on that went up from 8,100. It doubled, more than doubled. It actually went up 150% from 2012. That can pull back to somewhere about the 14,000 level in a heartbeat. Then we go right from there. We come over to the UK. UK didn't get any traction today. UK is at 63.45. And she had tested the highs last week with light volume. So the UK is saying wants lower price tomorrow morning, which is, that's going to be a setup for ourselves. And the DAX in Germany, the DAX was off $16. the DAX is pushing a swing point with dramatically lighter volume. We're pushing, let's see, you're pushing 213 million, you're pushing 284 million, and we're going upward to 68 million and 69 million. So the DAX is also saying that that is not going to sustain higher price. What we did have with Apple out here, which is going to keep some strength in these indices today, you did 48 million shares in Apple. You got over the downdraft of this 113.51. You closed at 113.77. So that's saying that Apple could basically keep some of these indices still the higher price, because Apple looks like it's going to run to 116.89. What we did have is that the NDX 100 failed. That had got into the September 17th high, failed on price, failed on volume. The SPY, however, did not. What we have with the SPY is that it held price. That price that we're talking about is 202.89. You're just over it. You're only, you're 20 cents over it, but the bottom line, you are over it. We go take a look at the small caps, the IWM. IWM is weak. The IWM hasn't made the swing point of the 19th. The low of that swing point is 116.68. It hasn't even made the low of that yet. So the IWM, and this pushed up today with lighter volume, couldn't handle price. So the IWM is also saying that it wants lower price. It's going to be wild watching this whole thing shake out, because the only indice thus far that has held is that S&P. After the close out here today, you don't have an equity CMG that is up and up on volume. CMG is back down to the 675 level. In fact, it's at 671 right now. Man, what a cycle that is. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great night, safe night. You stay right there. I'm Mr. Andy Hex coming up next. Remember, if you're in the car, just grab your cell phone, TFNN.mobi. You can listen to Andy right now. Go get him, folks.